Hola Familia Humanidad, Hello Familia Humanity, Salut la Famille de l'Humanité. We are here. Right here. Can you read it? I know it's probably difficult, but we are here at El ZOTZ. And let me tell you why it's named El ZOTZ. Maybe some of you know some Maya Yucatec or some Maya Quiche or some Maya Chol, and you know already why it's named El ZOTZ. But I will tell you the story and the reason why it's named El ZOTZ right now. Hello family humanity, it's your brother Wallace. Today I'm here at El ZOTZ, a Maya sitio archeologico, a Maya site, a archeological site 20 kilometers west from TIKAL. Probably all of you, or most of you, know TIKAL. TIKAL is a famous Maya site, completely excavated, or they thought it was completely excavated because I got some news last week that some new LiDAR images confirm that there's another plaza that they haven't excavated. So right now there is some archaeological work being done over there. But here I am at El ZOTZ, a beautiful site that I visit in the other video. So if you are curious about the site, watch the other video. But now I want to tell you more about the story of this classical period site. So in the classic period, we're talking the same period as CALAKMUL and TIKAL. And you'll see why El ZOTZ almost played both sides of the fence, because you might know that TIKAL and CALAKMUL were big enemies. And El ZOTZ, from the top of El Diablo, it's possible to see TIKAL. That's crazy because it's 20 kilometers away. But you see Temple 4 from the top of El Diablo here at El ZOTZ. El ZOTZ is 7 kilometers away from Pejucal, which is another site really close to here that I will talk more in the story of El ZOTZ, because there were important events taking place at Pejucal in link with El ZOTZ, and it's also 26 kilometers away from Huachactung and 20 kilometers from Tikal. El ZOTZ share the same emblem glyph as Yaxchiclan, which is in Chiapas, Mexico. That is curious, really. But some archaeologists believe that Yaxchiclan, that we will visit in maybe a week or 2 months, I don't know when I will go to Mexico, but they say that Yaxchiclan beginning all started here at El ZOTZ. The modern day name of El ZOTZ has been chosen by Marco Antonio Bailey when he visited the site in 1977, because before that it was named Dos Aguadas, meaning like two waterfalls. And there's already many sites, many area in Guatemala that have that name. So he decided to name it El ZOTZ because he went up a hill or up a cliff with many caves, and he was there at sunset, and there were hundreds of thousands of bats flying out. And what is the link with bats? You need to know a little bit of Maya language. El ZOTZ. ZOTZ means bat in different language. Let's say we use Quiche. It's exactly ZOTZ, meaning bat. If we use Maya Yucatec, it's ZOTZ, meaning bat. And if we use Maya Col, is SUTZ, meaning bat. So that's the reason why it's named El ZOTZ. It's because if you visit the site at one point in your life and you go up that cliff that we're about to visit. At sunset, you will see hundreds of thousands of bats. Now, diving deeper into the story of El ZOTZ, we have found, or archaeologists have found, many pre-classic ceramic fragments here at El ZOTZ. But they still are convinced that this is a classic site, not a pre-classic, because of the architectural style and the location, which is really close to TIKAL. The site architecture is identical to TIKAL, so the evidence all point towards a classical site. The reason why there's pre-classic fragments, it's probably because of all the other one, like El Tintal, La Florida, El Mirador. It didn't mean that there was nothing here before, but the biggest construction were done in the 6th century. So 6th century, we're in the classical time. Oh, hello you. The apogee, the peak of El ZOTZ was around the early classic to the late classic. There were tons of pyramids and palaces being built here at El ZOTZ, but it was followed by a rapid decline. Why? You tell me. The ruling dynasty of El ZOTZ was started in Bejucal, the site that I told you 7 kilometers away from here, and they relocated here at El ZOTZ. Archaeologists believe that El ZOTZ was completely built for one purpose: to be close to TIKAL when they are their weakest and to be able to attack. So it was built by their enemy. There's high possibility that CALAKMUL sponsored this site or helped this site develop. Because, like I told you, from the top of El Diablo, you see Temple 4 of TIKAL. So this site was built as like a ready to go to war kind of thing. And when they saw TIKAL weakness, or TIKAL weaker than usual, they would attack. And that's what happened with Naranjo. I will tell you a little bit more later. A stele from Bejucal, the site 7 kilometers away from El ZOTZ, indicates that the Teotihuacan king Siyaj Kak, meaning the fire is born, was the overlord, the Yaja, of the king of El ZOTZ. So that's really curious now, because if you know a little bit about TIKAL and Teotihuacan, they were not enemies, they were working together. So now, is that a proof that El ZOTZ changed clan? Probably it is, because we also know that El ZOTZ, so let's say there's Teotihuacan here, he was the overlord over the king of El ZOTZ, but we know that El ZOTZ was the overlord or was controlling El Peru, and we know that El Peru was allied with CALAKMUL, and CALAKMUL is the enemy of TIKAL. So probably El ZOTZ changed hands during that Maya kingdom, that Maya period. And like many other sites, they didn't stay loyal. Sometimes I don't know what they were offering, but the people were changing ideas and changing clans. That's why there were so many wars in the Maya kingdom. Although El ZOTZ took a lot of advantage and a lot of knowledge from TIKAL at their beginning when they were starting to build, later on in the big war, the big competition between CALAKMUL and TIKAL, El ZOTZ decided to side with CALAKMUL, not with TIKAL. So that's why probably they switch at some place, because at the beginning they were like cool dude with TIKAL, because they were also overlord. They were ruled by the lord of Teotihuacan. And then maybe eventually the king of CALAKMUL visited the king of El ZOTZ and convinced him to get on their team against TIKAL. With the growing rivalry between El ZOTZ and TIKAL, I won't be able to show it to you because I don't know where it is, the guide don't know where it is. But some archaeologists says that they found, almost like in the perfect middle between the two cities, a earthwork, like a, I don't know if it's a glyph, I don't know if it's just a line, I don't know if it's a mound, but it's something delimiting the two cities, the two territories, saying, hey, you don't cross that line, my dude. And then the other one saying, hey, you too, you don't cross that line. You know what I mean? And then that was telling them, this is the division. This is where it's my territory and this is yours. On a glyph at TIKAL, we can see, we can read, I cannot, but somebody did, that Naranjo and El ZOTZ, they joined to go at war against TIKAL in the 8th century. They have the exact date. It's February 24th, 744. At that date, those two cities, El ZOTZ and Naranjo, thought, let's get to the big guy. Let's get to TIKAL. But from my understanding, it wasn't a good idea. Unless you were CALAKMUL, even bigger. The last hieroglyph talking about El ZOTZ here, before they were eroded and not readable, was talking about a revenge from TIKAL, or maybe not even a revenge, just an attack coming from TIKAL to El ZOTZ. That's probably why we don't have any more reading, any more texts from El ZOTZ after that, because when TIKAL was attacking, you were probably close to an end. And from my research, this is the end for El ZOTZ. Familia Humanidad, Family Humanity, thank you for listening. I know the story of El ZOTZ was short and sweet, not much information that I can found, but at least we have some, and we can make some link between all that gigantic Maya kingdom. So until next time, you know what to do. You like the video if you like it, if you learned something, if you want to learn more about the Maya kingdom, and you subscribe. If you want to get more Maya video, because now I'm at close to 15 temples, but I have a list of 137. So I'm not sure if this is even the beginning. Now I need to get back on this bike and go back to Flores to edit more video for you guys. Habla pronto, pura vida, stay awesome, stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay lovely, and spread that love. Also seek knowledge. Don't say because science. Do your research. Don't trust anyone. Don't listen to the television. Don't believe. Believe. Because there's a lie in the middle. There's lie in the middle of television also. Big awakening. Alright, I'll see you in the next video. Love you, family. So this is where all the bats come from. Oh. And this is where the name come from, el ZOTZ. Because ZOTZ means bat in different Maya language. And here, if you come at sunset, you will see hundreds of thousands of bats. As of now, they were able to register 39 different species of bats. Here, you can hear them. I don't know if you guys can. Let me try to turn this camera so you can hear it.